I've never believed in ghost stories. I used to laugh when people talked about demons, spirits, or monsters hiding in the dark. That changed 3 winters ago on a deserted road cutting through the Navajo Nation. It was past midnight, snow falling in thick sheets. I was driving with 2 friends, Omar and Rayhan. We were coming back from Flagstaff, tired, half asleep, joking to stay awake. The main highway was closed, so we took a back road that wound through miles of forest. No towns, no gas stations, no signs of life. Just black trees and the sound of our tires crunching on the ice. The GPS froze, the signal dropped, the heater died, and the car started coughing like it wanted to give up. That's when I saw the sign, a rotting wooden board nailed to a leaning post, faded red paint spelled out, "Do not travel this road after dark." We laughed nervously. What else could we do? Turning back wasn't an option. A few miles later, Omar spotted something ahead. "Do you see that?" "Someone's standing in the road." At first, I thought it was a drunk hiker or someone stranded. A man stood barefoot on the shoulder of the road, wearing clothes that didn't fit right, a flannel shirt inside out, jeans stiff with dirt. His skin looked gray in the headlights, his hair wet from the snow. I slowed down, rolled the window just an inch. "You need help?" I shouted. The man's head twitched to the side in a sharp, unnatural jerk. He smiled, showing too many teeth. And then, he spoke in my voice. "You're lost." Omar cursed. Rayhan grabbed my arm. "Drive, bro. Drive." But the man stepped closer. His arms dangled too long, fingers twitching like claws. "You're lost," he said again. Same pitch, same tone as me. I floored the gas. The man didn't move out of the way. The headlights passed through him, as if he was smoke. My stomach turned to ice. The car finally gave up a mile later. It coughed, sputtered, and died in the middle of the forest road. Snow hammered the windshield. We sat there, shivering, too scared to step out. That's when we heard it, a low howl and guttural echoing through the trees, then another and another, until the forest was alive with the sound of hunting dogs. But these weren't normal dogs. Their growls were deeper, their howls layered with something that sounded human, like laughter mixed with barking. In the rearview mirror, I saw them, 7 or 8 huge black dogs, eyes glowing red, teeth long and jagged like knives. They circled the car, claws scraping metal as they sniffed and scratched. Then one of them spoke. Not a bark, not a growl. It spoke. "Let us in," it whispered in Omar's voice. Breaking in, the dogs started attacking. One leapt onto the hood, slamming its weight against the windshield. Cracks spiderwebbed across the glass. Another clawed at the back door, screeching metal. Inside the car, we were screaming, shoving our shoulders against the doors, trying to hold them shut. The smell of wet fur and rotting meat seeped through the cracks. Then, in the chaos, we heard something worse. A knock. 3 slow knocks on the driver's side window. I turned, and my blood froze. The man was back, the barefoot stranger, his face pressed against the glass, grinning. His skin rippled like liquid, shifting from my face to Omar's to Rayhan's over and over. His mouth stretched wider than any human's, splitting his cheeks, teeth glistening. "Come out," he crooned, cycling through our voices. "We can't wait forever." Rayhan panicked. He yanked the back door open and bolted into the snow. We screamed for him to come back, but the dogs were faster. They swarmed him, dragging him down in a flurry of snapping jaws and tearing claws. His screams tore through the night, high, raw, and then suddenly cut off. When the pack pulled back, the snow was red, and his body was gone. Completely gone. Omar was sobbing, rocking back and forth, whispering prayers under his breath. I grabbed the keys, tried the ignition again and again, but the engine only made a hollow, clicking sound. The stranger outside tilted his head, still grinning. "One down," he said, in Rayhan's exact, dying voice. Something inside me snapped. I threw the door open, shoving past the stranger, and dragged Omar out. We ran into the trees, slipping on ice, branches clawing at our faces. The howls followed us closer and closer. Behind me, I could hear padded footsteps, the wet sound of paws slapping mud. The dogs weren't running on 4 legs anymore. They were running on 2. We stumbled into a clearing. Ahead, through the snow, a faint light flickered. A small wooden shack. We sprinted for it, hearing the pack right behind us. An old woman opened the door just in time. She yanked us inside, slammed it shut, and lit a bundle of sage. Smoke filled the room, thick and bitter. She muttered prayers in a language I didn't understand. Outside, the dogs circled. They scratched at the walls, snarled, howled. The stranger's voice hissed through the cracks. "You can't hide forever." For hours we sat trembling, listening to the scratching and the voices. Sometimes it was my voice. Sometimes it was Omar's. Sometimes it was Rayhan's, screaming in agony. But when dawn came, silence. The forest was empty. Omar and I staggered back to the road. My car was gone. No tracks, no sign it had ever been there. Rayhan was gone too. The old woman looked at us and said quietly, "You crossed their path. They know your names now. They will come back for you." I didn't believe her. I told myself it was trauma, a nightmare. But since that night, I hear it. Always 3 knocks on my window, just before I fall asleep. And then my own voice, whispering back at me from the dark, "You're lost." If this gave you chills, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more terrifying encounters.